very good morning from the wrong side of the cab. I think I've just about got my road positioning sorted for the day. I don't know if that's going to come out, but that's the Mendlesham Tower right in front with them lights, which is actually the other side of the Orwell River, because I'm currently in Essex, heading to Rabness to go and load at 6 o'clock. I've got Sean in front of me. That's all we're doing today, as far as I'm aware, is just loading Rabness and taking it round to Ipswich. And typically, you can probably see the terminal we're going to across the river, in theory, but you can't get to it by road. You've got to go all the way round. So I'm sure anyone who's regularly used the Felixstowe and Harwich ports and had to shack in between the two is very sympathetic about, because it is a real pain in the bum. So I think I'm only on bulk today, although obviously that can change. We all know what general haulage can be like. So I'm in a DAF because the chap's he's gone to the doctors this morning. So the DAF is familiar. I've got a 12-speed manual gearbox as opposed to a 16. So that's taking a little bit of getting used to. Sort of right where in mine I've got second and sixth, there's no gear. So that's so far it's been alright because I'm empty, but when I'm loaded that might be a different thing. So I'm looking forward to today. It's going to be good fun doing a bit of bulk again. Like I said in the last video, I haven't done this for 13 years at least. Ooh. Obviously a bit close to the hedge there. But I will film coming down here when it's a bit lighter as well. I just thought I'd get my good morning speech in. Makes a change to come down the A120 and not go to the port. Right, anyway, I'll stop this for a minute. Let's go and find this farm. So we're down on the farm in Rabness with Sean. He's there, he's loaded already, all sheeted up, ready to go. And we're now popping it in my trailer. Now will be the test. Test the driving skill, fully loaded. Well, there was just, I caught the tail end of it, there was about 4 German, pretty sure they were German, Land Rovers went past. And left the air kit open. Shut that in a second. And don't know what they're doing down here, because if they're looking for Harwich, they've gone a bit wrong. But it's not. Well, that's not looking too sharp, is it? But the weather's sort of turned, which isn't great, because we don't know if we're tipping onto a boat, and if we are, then that could really hold up progress for the day. That chap hasn't even got his passenger mirror folded out. Only about 1.5 loads out of this store left to collect today, looking at the heap. So It all came back to me fairly quickly anyway, getting the sheet off. I know it's not exactly difficult, but getting the sheet off and getting the PTO on, getting the body up. It's all still in the old memory still, somehow. The next biggest challenge would be driving through Ipswich Monday morning rush hour. Yay! As you can probably guess, there's no good way of doing it. It's 7:15 now. I mean, it should at least beat the school runs. That's about it though. It's like to drive a six-wheeler that's fully loaded. So I've been on a rocking horse, especially in the UK. Turn this off. Got a whole week to do as yet, haven't I? I'm not just doing Cambridge and back today. Well, we've been quite lucky really. It's now 7:30. Just heading in down Landseer Road through Ipswich, and we've just sort of beaten the rush hour, thankfully, which is a touch. It was just starting to get a bit busy around the Copdock interchange, which is where the A14 meets the A12. It's a usual sort of hot spot, so nothing unusual there. And just where you come off at Ransom's Europark to come down this way. So we've been quite, quite lucky. Seen some fantastically bad driving as usual. Don't even know why I say it now. It's just so commonplace nowadays, isn't it? Sadly. I haven't been down here for a long time. I don't know if that, on the left there where it says SGB, that used to be the old test centre. I don't know if it still is or not. Looking at it, really don't know. But as we came over the Orwell Bridge, I could see there was a boat in. So whether that's the boat we want or not, I don't know. Because with this rain, that might scupper things somewhat. We'll see. The last time I came into this docks, I know I've done a bit for MDF, they've got a customer down here. But actually in past that, the last time I came in was in 2006, because they wanted to, when I was working for Trans Am, my first ever job, and they wanted to weigh the trailers for air freight. So on our way we were doing a gig in Ipswich. They'd asked about public way bridges, and with my knowledge of bulk, I was like, aha! We can get them weighed down here for such a purpose. So that was the last time I was down here. It's quite funny really, because I drove in and see a few of my old mates from the bulk when I used to do it. I don't think we've got to stop at security. I think they should just wave us in. Different. None of that flashboard there. Look, didn't have any of that before, and the road just goes straight down there where that double-decker trailer is. Exciting times. Until we see the queue. So I would presume this is where we queue. One of Terry Seaman's Fodens in front. Right, let's press pause. So whilst I'm waiting to go around and tip, here's one bit of paperwork that you have to have on clean side bulk. This is basically your grain passport. That just states, you know, what it is, what condition it's in, whether it's been used for anything or not. Well, not used for anything, sprayed with anything, blah blah blah. So that's what that is. So anyway, I'm just sort of waiting here slowly. The queue is slowly going round. It's now 8:10. So let's carry on waiting. Well, that'd be nice on a day. Well, on a nicer day anyway. Let's cruise up and down the Orwell. And there's the Orwell Bridge. Wrong way, zooming. It's all pretty peaceful here. And there's the queue. some lovely old buildings around this part of Ipswich. A good friend of mine owns a flat just up here on the left. They've developed all the waterfront, but I don't think it's really ever quite taken off like they thought. I think they're meant to be building some more in the middle, and old Cranfield flour mill. And Paul's Malt used to be along here. I think next to this. Can't remember exactly. Just around here, not far away, as we come, and this has changed, we come around here, I think we'll come to another little mini roundabout. We'll turn right and head out of town. So basically, I think if you sneak through left there, no, that's Whip Street Motors, there's a pub here anyway, that's what the point I'm getting to. It's just down here, you've got the Steamboat Tavern. Well, at least I think it's still there, I hope so. It's just straight ahead down here, hopefully it'll come out on the camera. So yeah, this roundabout here, we turn right, and that little building, if you went sort of left there, and on the right hand side, that's the Steamboat, and they often have a lot of punk bands and stuff like that. And it's straight ahead now. I've had some really good nights in there in the past. I'll have to see if it's still a live music venue, I hope so, because there seems to be precious few about nowadays. I have realised, incidentally, that I do sound like an old man, about how everything was so much better in my day. Was it ever? I don't know. I mean, there always. I suppose if you really go looking for it, you can find plenty of live music and the sorts, but you need to be home a bit more to do that, I guess, don't you? Which is probably why I struggle a bit sometimes. So this will bring us out near. This will take us up past the ski slope. And out of town that way, near the marina. And on the left hand side behind these houses is West Bank Terminal. That used to be where cobble freight ferries used to come in, and I can't remember who it was before that, with the unaccompanied trailers. That's all stopped. And funny enough, the chap I'm working for today, I went to pick a trailer up for him. A ridiculous hour one night, and the security man said there's no one there. So, and Well, you can't pick it up, so well, I've got to deliver it in a couple of hours. Well, there's nobody there, so well, I don't need anyone there. I know what the trailer number is. All I've got to do is pick it up and bring it out. Well, if you fall off the trailer, you know, no one will know you're there. So, well, we'll worry about that if that happens, shall we? I need to get this trailer on and go and get tipped. Oh, blimey, I wish you'd point back and refuse. The state of the trailer, man. Every light was blinking like a Christmas tree. Typical Ro-Ro trailer. At least it wasn't a tilt. So we're pretty much out of Ipswich now. That's pretty painless really, apart from getting on the one-way system by the university. It's a very pleasant change. That used to be a Shell garage. It's now Harvest. And the marina's just there on the left. Now we go up one of the few hills in Suffolk. It's quite a nice looking building on the left. So, from what Sean said, I think it might be up here on the right. I can't remember exactly, to be honest. I think it's a concrete drive we're looking for. It's close. Enough room for two of us. Right. That's both of us loaded. 11. Excuse me. So we're back up there for about 12 roughly. Hopefully there won't be too much of a rush on. Roadworks on the A120 to contend with as well. I am down here by the look of it. It's damn antisocial. Turn this off again because this is just the A120 once again. There she blows. So these are the elevators that you tip onto. There's my wayloader. Coming out there, a bloody tree. So off we go after load number 3. Goes well and it's fairly quick, we might get 2 in this afternoon. If it goes really well, might get 2 in and 1 on wheels. We'll have to see how it goes. I mean, the morning rush had long gone when we got to the terminal. I was pretty much straight on the weighbridge, straight onto an elevator to tip and straight out again. So if it's the same chap loading up, it's about a 20-minute load up. We might be alright. But down this route, you've got the railway crossing at Manningtree, which you can lose a lot of time at. Now, I'll turn this back on in a few. This is just the A137 dropping down from Ipswich to Manningtree. That transit's in need of a good wash, isn't it? Blimey. Excuse me. raining again. It's been a long time since I've been down here. This bridge is new. Just go north on the left there, I think. Maybe not. I think that's a sluice gate. Maybe they've redone this bridge. Right. Level crossing lights are on. No change there. Fingers crossed that's the train. You can wait here for absolutely ages. Stupid system really. You'd think you'd make the cars stop to keep the crossing clear or clearer. Then I suppose people who design this sort of junction don't drive trucks, do they? Missley Quay. So when I was a boy many years ago, my good friend Richard Butler, his dad John is a farmer. He's got a couple of well, he's now got a couple of trucks just for carting his own stuff really. And I was round Richard's one day to play, and he took us down in Missley to what was Dalgetty's. God knows who bought them out. We went down there with a load of barley, I think it was. So down this road, I think we're in an FL10 if I remember rightly. Will I get round this one as well? Yeah. So yeah, one of the first trips I ever did in a truck was actually in a Bolker. In fact, that might have even been the first one. I'm not sure if I can remember anything earlier, to be honest. Oh, excuse me. Someone's having a bit of a bonfire. More houses, more houses. Oh, brave little squirrel. I don't know if that will come out. If he'd wait for me to go past, he would have had all the time in the world because there's nothing behind me. He's obviously never seen Alvin Stardust do the Green Cross Code, has he? For anyone young watching that, you'll have to YouTube Alvin Stardust and the Green Cross Code, I guess. this gear stick is really close to my leg in this truck. It's a lot further away on my left tucker, but it's sort of touching my leg pretty well. It is touching my leg. Typically had to start rain just as we're about to go and load, isn't it? Never mind. Right, well, this wet stuff really could mess it up. Basically, it's going to cover the floor, front, middle and back, and just keep going like that so it doesn't get too wet. But looking at the skies, don't know if the boat will still be open when we get back. Oh well, I'm going to stop filming and clean the lens. Well, we're loaded. It's still sort of raining, drizzly. I mean, hopefully it might not be raining at Ipswich, you never know. The weather's funny in England, isn't it, sometimes? So all we can do is get down there. They might well put it into storage in a shed, which would be a result, because it'll just be tailboard tipping, job done. But I'm not normally that lucky. All we can do is take the toddle down there and see what's occurring. So back at the crossing. Will I be lucky again? Hey, look at that! Hey, lovely. Apart from I couldn't get any traction a minute ago. Well, that very, very rarely happens here in my experience. The rain's just about stopped though, that's promising. Nicer view going this way. Welcome to Suffolk, County of Champions. Not the best county in the UK, so it's clearly going to be Dorset, although I am obviously biased. It's pretty much up there. Up and away again. Load number 3. So, a bit of a change of plan once again, of course. I'm now going to Mendlesham to load up, ready for the regular driver to take tomorrow all the way to Bury St Edmunds, which isn't very far. So I'm going to turn left just up here. And that mast in front, just to the right, if it's coming out, that's the Mendlesham mast that often is lit up in red at night, that you can see from like you know, the Trans Am Yard Eye, and well, from all around here really. Some pretty menacing looking clouds there. So this is another place that I've obviously not been to in a long time. just about to be able to get my sunglasses out as well. Look at this. That's where I need to turn. It's not really well signposted, is it? Finger signpost has been knocked down. No, there's not an engine malfunction. Bloomin' daffs. This truck's the same age as mine. It's 15 plate. Well, it was done almost 500,000 k. So pretty much double what mine's done. Seems to have the same sort of electrical gremlins. I think it's just a daft thing, to be honest. I think most of the black ones have had them issues, and it's just modern trucks. I don't like the look of them clouds up over yonder. I was hoping the good weather would last. We had a stunning week last week, and over the weekend it's been absolutely beautiful, and I was hoping it was going to last a bit longer. Perhaps it won't. too happy, did he? So, self-loading. Back myself under. There we go. Well away. Get that going in there, a treat. So I've got a 16-ton heap on the front. Now I'm just putting a big heap in the back, and hopefully that should be enough.